Hi, Carmen.
For adults with type 2 diabetes, do you know about Mounjaro? In a study, Mounjaro lowered A1C more than Ozempic 1 milligram.
Thank you for the rose, Carmen.
Adults lost more weight. With Mounjaro, adults lost
Hopefully you're enjoying your day off.
compared to an average of 13 pounds with Ozempic 1 milligram. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family have hereditary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2.
Oh no, you're at work. Hopefully it's going well.
Severe stomach pain or vision changes. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with a sulfonylurea urea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills, and before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems. Now that you know, ask your
Welcome,
doctor.
welcome everybody. Welcome in everybody. I'll get started in just a minute. We'll start with the channeled messages. And today's reading is kind of just all over the place, which is kind of how the energy is. I have some ancestor messages to start off with. And then I have some channel messages in regards to a group on some individuals. And then I'm actually going to pull some ancestor cards to see what messages come out. And then I have some other cards that the ancestors wanted to get some messages out about, some worldly messages, and then we'll do who's in your energy. All right, I'll get started. Here's the channeled messages we're going to start with. Like I said, the energy's been kind of crazy and all over the place today. I don't know why. It's been kind of very like emotional today. So the ancestors came through with some messages. So to start with the ancestor messages, we have somebody's pop came through. His name is Rock, R-O-C. He was either a housekeeper or a maintenance keeper. He showed me that he was mopping and working in like a workroom. He enjoyed fishing, and he was showing me he was putting a worm on the line, and he enjoyed sitting out on his porch swing in the evening time. So that's for somebody's pop named Rock. And then I had some powwow Native Americans come through, which I know I have many in my lineage. I'm Native American. Some about rowboat, farming and crops. And then I had a Puerto Rican come through who enjoys drinking RC Cola and who was a public relations worker. Remember, these are all ancestor channel messages, so whoever these relate to, you guys can put it in the chat. Okay, and then something about dreams, lies, and rumors, and a business manager. All right, and something about them working nighttime, a lot of nights. So that's another group. So that was a Puerto Rican that loved drinking RC Cola, worked in public relations, worked a lot of nights. Something about their dreams, lies, rumors, and a business manager. Okay, and then the ancestors were saying to watch out for a lot of ops being around you at this time. Some may have a foreigner that's an op around you, and 3 people with double initials in their names, WW, RR, and PP. So they could have 2 of the same letters in their name. Radio synchronicities could be important at this time, and frequencies. Something about Sprout, either the grocery store or a flower garden growth abundance. Storms, Mother Gaia, a mother figure. A senior, a father figure, so somebody's a senior. A cousin, a foster parent, somebody by the name of Brock, B-R-O-C. Somebody worked in the corpse. A corporate lawyer. A police officer named Cooper. A mortician, the name Ralph. William. Michael. Somebody was into sports named Frederick. Somebody worked in the Trump Towers in New York for the S&P 500 stocks. Somebody has PRP, platelet-rich plasma donations done for their damaged cartilage. And then somebody worked in the BP oil field. All right. And then the ancestors are saying, stop holding on to the past in order to receive what's new coming for you. And they're saying, take rejection as your ancestors' protection and to build your confidence by finding out what others like about you. So basically, they're saying to go to like people that you trust, your friends, and ask each person one thing that each of them like about you and notice about you, and then make a list of those things, and then have that as your positivity list, and then repeat those things as positive affirmations. And then it says your ancestors also want you to stop rushing love to come in. They say everything is within divine timing. They say if you keep wanting stuff to come in when it's not time for it, then a tower is going to come in and fall. And a tower, you know, can be good or bad. I always say a tower is good. But when a tower comes in when it's not ready or supposed to, then that means you're knocking over things when it's not supposed to. That means you're knocking over a tower before the tower was built fully, and then so it's not the right timing for it. So just allow things to happen when they're supposed to. So don't obsess over things. And when you wish for love, definitely don't put someone's name down. Just put the qualities that you like and want in someone, but definitely no names when you're wanting somebody. Okay, so now I have channeled messages for no names, just a group of people. I won't say any names. All right, so the first person, the issue they are dealing with is they're dealing with a stripper on the side that is dealing with a hidden pregnancy. They earn more than what they're saying, so they're telling people that they earn less money than what they're saying because they don't want to fork out money. They're going to have some intercepted messages going on, so this side person that they're dealing with the pregnancy is going to intercept their text messages to see what's going on. And then they are actually missing someone right now, so this stripper is a third party, and so they're actually missing the person that they should be with. There is verbal abuse going on, and they plan on leaving this third party. There is drug issues going on, and there is intimacy struggles also going on in this relationship. All right, that's one person. The next person is married, having an open relationship. They are saying they are good, but they're not. So they're having mental health issues. They are scared of spirituality because why? Because spirituality tells their secrets. They also earn more than what they're telling people because why? They don't want to go to court and have to fork out money. They also are going to have intercepted messages. They have a porn addiction, heroin, alcohol, and stimulant addiction. They are having some sexual issues with their sexuality, wondering if they are gay or lesbian right now. So they are seeking introspection. They are living a double life. They are looking for evidence from their partner to see if their partner is cheating, even though they have an open relationship. Afraid to get hurt. They know what they need to do, but they are not doing it. And they are looking at someone's pics over the internet. All right, that's another person. The third person is someone who is being blackmailed by a third party. They're surrounded by a family who is racist. They are dealing with a terminal illness that cannot be cured. They're having mental health issues regarding this. They're dealing with heroin issues. They're saying they made a mistake and they're praying for forgiveness. They are having money issues, so they have turned to the nightlife. They are smoking. They're getting tattoos to cope with pain. They have fetishes. They're dealing with homeless, dealing with an acquaintance that in an unhappy relationship. They are a person their whole life who could not commit to anyone. They have no job right now. They are broke, and they have fake social media accounts spying on others. All right. And so another person. This is a female. All the ones I just said were males. This is a female. She says, I hate myself. She is working with an acquaintance. She tried to take her own life once. She is married and in a karmic relationship. She's having mental health issues. She's also on fake social media accounts looking at someone's pics. She's crying over that person. She paid someone to sexually assault them, to try and get them pregnant. She's in the gang life, dealing with heroin and stimulant addiction. She's going to do a surprise visit on someone. She's saying, I need some space. Cheating, bisexuality, and using them for money. Now, here is a second female. They are also online looking at pics. I think everyone's online looking at pics at someone. She is stalking. She has a terminal illness that cannot be cured. She actually earns less than what she tells everyone. Let's see. She's planning a romantic getaway. She's addicted to painkillers. She is wishing that someone else has no job. So she's praying on their downfall. All right. And now we have another female. And this one says, I know what I need to do. She is scared of spirituality. This one has intimacy struggles. She has a gambling addiction, a cocaine addiction, a sex addiction. She's looking for evidence from her husband to see if he's cheating. She's not in love with him anymore. She has a hidden bank account. She's using him. She has hidden text on her phone from third parties. She has an alcohol and smoking addiction. Okay. And then her husband has PTSD, hidden text messages as well, unexpected messages, gay, lesbian, broke, close friend that he's having a soiree with. A surprise visit from someone may pop up. He's dealing with physical abuse, mental health abuse. And he is cheating and catfish on social media accounts. And that is it for the channeled messages. Like I said, a lot of ancestor messages were coming through. Oh, okay, so I'll start with what the ancestors wanted me to get this deck. They wanted me to get messages from this deck in regards to like the worldly news. So I'm just going to read what came out. So we got redistribution of wealth. It says the disparity between the wealthy elites and the masses has grown too great. As old economic systems collapse, a chance arises to restore balance. Wealth once held in the hands of the few could soon flow back to the many. So basically, this means that all those elites and the famous people who have been holding and hiding all of the money and the wealth will now be redistributed to everyone in the world to where it needs to be. All of those who have divine protection, and those like myself who have divine protection along with you guys, we're actually going to be building a new community. We're going to be using the power of love, praying for peace in this new community. We're going to have humanitarian aids with this new community. And it says a change of power. Authority is changing hands, yet power rarely shifts without resistance. Expect turbulence as one influence gives way to another. This is a pivotal moment. Definitely, we're going to start seeing a change in power as the years go by. Secret societies. There are those who seek power through fear and manipulation, using dark practices to bind others to their will. Not all gatherings are sacred, and not all leaders are trusted. Definitely the Illuminati, all of those Eastern Stars, and all the other big organizations that practice the dark arts, they're going to start lingering away. All right, distraction tactics. Distraction is one of the oldest political tools. Keep the masses numbed and entertained, and they won't see the real moves being made. So McDonald's and your cell phones, the biggest way to keep you distracted from seeing what the government is doing. Food insecurity. The easiest way to destabilize a region is to destabilize its food supply. Limiting access to food forces dependency, and compliance becomes a survival strategy. Now, back in the day, everybody knew to join like brownies, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, and even like us shamans, like we went out in the wild to learn our survivor skills, because like today none of the kids and teenagers are learning survival skills. And if you guys don't have your cell phones, like what are you guys gonna do on learning like what foods are safe to eat out in the wild when things shut down and no foods are being traded and brought to the US so that you guys can eat? That's something you guys have to think about. All right, overthrown. The grip of the old regime is slipping and the walls of corruption are crumbling. What was built on lies cannot stand forever. Change is inevitable when the people unite and take back their power. All right, number one, the government was not made to be in control of the people. The people were supposed to be in control of the government. So we are to overthrow the government, and not to say for things to get out of hand and go crazy, but we are supposed to be in control. Political theater. While the public reacts to the drama, real decisions are being made off stage. Political theater thrives on division, keeping the people too busy fighting each other to question the system. This is where racism and division comes into play. The government is great with keeping people divided, and that's where the racism and the feminists and the masculists come into play. Because if they can make everybody think that nobody's getting along, then they're winning, and we're not. Starting wars. The drums of war are beating, but look deeper into who profits from the bloodshed. Wars are often started not for protection or liberation, but to serve hidden agendas. Our people are out there dying, fighting for nonsense, while the government and these countries are making money behind the scenes. Staged event. Not every crisis is what it appears to be. Some events are carefully crafted performances designed to shape public perception and steer collective action. They're playing chess with the collective while they think you're playing checkers. Alien helpers. A group of benevolent extraterrestrial beings wishes to offer assistance to humanity. Could they provide the advanced technology and wisdom to heal our battered planet? Where do you think they got styrofoam and that type of technology from? It wasn't from here. Internal breach. Not all in power serve the machine. Hidden among the halls of control are those who will not bow, who stand for truth, freedom, and the people they swore to protect. The new generation. The new generation carries the codes of change within them. Their ideas, through disruptive to the old systems, hold the potential for a brighter future. Our new generations to come will have the codes embedded into their DNA where no one can get it or be able to read it. New World Order. A single governing body could, in theory, unify humanity. But when those at the top are corrupt, it unifies only their control. This is why they try to keep the matrix asleep and not allow anyone to become awakened so they see the truth. Water shortage. A global water crisis looms as resources are depleted or manipulated for control. You're being called to protect and honor water on a personal and collective level. Spreading truth. In a world where disinformation spreads faster than facts, even the truth seeker must move with care. Share only what you've examined, what you trust, and what you're willing to stand behind. There's so much false information that's being spread on the news and everywhere, so you have to make sure you're finding out what the facts are. Predictive programming. Symbols, storylines, and headlines work together, training the collective mind to normalize what once seemed unthinkable. By the time it happens, the public is primed to accept it without question. Remember, everything is on a frequency. Music, the sounds and movies, everything. Binaural beats, that's all a frequency. And water, which is what our body is primarily made of, is all on a frequency. And so they actually can play mind control with you with what is played on television by the frequency. Free energy. The knowledge of free energy is within reach. This technology has the potential to liberate humanity from the control of a few and provide limitless energy for all. There's energy everywhere outside. You have to go and get grounded. The Antichrist. A figure emerges promising unity and salvation, but their motives are tainted with greed and manipulation. Many will follow, believing they are serving the light. Discernment will be your greatest defense. The Antichrist is the biggest deceiver. Corporate profits. This event or policy benefits those at the top Regardless of the cost to the public, follow the money. It will always lead you to the true motive behind the policy, product, or crisis. Paranoia. The mind twists reality when trust is absent. Be mindful when paranoia begins to creep in, and don't let fear-based thinking take over. Not everything is a threat, and not all outcomes are negative. And be careful if you're watching a lot of tarot, if you're not familiar with psychosis, because that can happen to a lot of people. Natural disasters. Disasters are part of the planet's renewal, even when they disrupt human plans. This is a reminder that not all disruptions are engineered. Some arise from the living pulse of the planet itself. Weather modification. The atmosphere is no longer solely nature's realm. Advances in climate engineering give select hands the power to change what falls from the sky. The question is, should they? Anchoring light. No system, no elite agenda, no chaos can dim the radiance you carry within. Shine even when the world demands you to hide. Anchor. All right, so those are the world cards that the ancestors wanted me to grab. So now I will grab the ancestor cards and see what they have to come out. All right, let's see. All right, so for the ancestor cards, we always grab the chair. That allows whichever ancestor that wants to speak, they can come through. And so we'll see what comes through. All right, ancestors, any messages you want to come through for the collective to hear, please come through. Let's see. What messages would you like the collective to know? All right, we have active love here and now. I'll read that in just a second. We'll see if anything else needs to come through. And we have perception. That's about wearing a mask and not being your authentic self. Any more ancestors want to come through? And then I'll see if I can pull some names for each ancestor that wants to come through. Any more ancestors want to come through for the collective? Any ancestors want to come through? Okay. And we have things, arcana, shine, leadership, and chicken. All right. And location. All right, so we got quite a few that came through. So we'll see. All right, so the first one that came through was the act of love here and now. Very distinguished African-American young gentleman with a tall hat. So he had money back in the day. And he's got his little angel wings in the back. So he's a light worker. So I will see what he has to come through and say to whoever needs to hear it. Act of love here and now. And then I'll see if I can get some names for him who wants to come through. Okay. The message he has is awareness requires living in the here and now and not in the elsewhere, the past or the future. Dr. Eric Byrne. So his name was Dr. Eric Byrne. So that name could be significant. Eric. And it says, this act of love stares into the ethers, a space devoid of form or context. Hat in hand, he's waiting patiently and respectfully for you to return from the great disconnect. So he's waiting for you to connect back to your ethers, to your spirit. The nether regions of your restless, agitated, or mindfully numbed out mind. He invites you to sit and become aware of your surroundings, to be here and now. Come rest, be my honored guest. I will quiet you, restless spirit. Unload your anticipation, expectations, worry, or doubt. Be here now. He likes to be a poet as well. If you receive this card, you're being called home and directed back to yourself, your path, and the precious gift of every second on the side of the veil. Every intake and exhale of breath, every heartbeat, every drop of rain that falls before evaporating on a hot pavement, you're being asked to be present, conscious of not taking your moments for granted. Has it all been moving fleetingly fast? What are you missing while you're being so responsive, reactive, or hyper efficient? Maybe once long ago, someone gave you a script as to how to be the most useful. Hurry up, don't waste time, don't take too long or overthink it, don't relax. This act of love bids you to sit comfortably in the present, because the past was, the future still isn't, and you're being given the most expansive view of your potential from the vantage point in the here and now. So Dr. Eric Byrne is asking you to come and meditate with him, to connect with your ancestors, so that they can give you a message. So let's see if we can get some initials and names for him. So Dr. Eric Byrne, can we have some initials and names, please, for the ancestors of the collective that are with us right now? Initials and names. We have the letters AU. I'm hearing Annabelle. G. U. U. I'm hearing Gertrude. Lenold, like Leonard, but Lenold. Audrey. Somebody's nickname was Z. I don't know if that's a male or female. And remember, these are ancestors, so these are back in the day. So you got to know who your ancestors are. Azel. Somebody's ancestor's name is Azel. Augie. Mm-hmm. All right, if any more come, then I will get them. Lao is coming through. Lao. Okay, that's all I got for now. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is perception, and that's all about being your authentic self and ripping off the mask. So they want you to live in your authentic self. So this next one is about taking the mask off and being your true authentic self. Liking you for who you are. Okay, perception. All right, perception. It says, what you see is what you get, right? Well, not exactly. If perception wobbles onto the scene, in this event, you're receiving notice that something is off. Catawampus, even tail over tea kettle. Perhaps this card is referring to an individual with a precarious relationship to the truth. You might also be committed to an understanding of a person or a situation, but there's something fundamentally askew. What you're perceiving is not the truth. It's a version of the truth. Perception does not judge or blame anyone for having come to this conclusion. It only advises the impression that's been formed or has gone through a personal or emotional filter. It's collected the char of the past experience, blended it with a soup con of current limitation, and then finished it off with a salty disdain of future potential. The beloved dead of perception brings a soft, moist cloth and asks that you clean your lens. It instructs all of those airborne senses to return to their seats. Buckle up, behave, and prepare for landing. Now take a deep breath and look again. The beloved dead of perception wants you to help you remove whatever is keeping you from making a choice or moving forward under the influence of a wonky misperception. All right, so like I said, this ancestor wants you to live in your authentic, truest, 100% truest self in order to move forward from now on. Ancestors, give me some letters and names for this ancestor, for the collective that's coming through. All right, I have Sicily, Socorro, Kojo, Stacy, Carmen, Emily, Jethro, Joshua, Felicia, Yamila with a Y, Yamila, Josie with a J, Felix, I don't know if I said that already. Soshi, okay, that's all for that one. All right, and then the next one is things that are coming up. Let's see what that is. Things, the ancestors. All right, things. All right, it says, it was on sale. I might need that someday. Look what someone threw into the trash. This is probably worth a fortune. I'll sell it on eBay. You know where this card is going with this, right? This is the pitch imperfect chorus of the lover of things and the Casanova of can't throw it away. Possessed by possessions, they collect, amass, and defend the need for a lamp made entirely from macaroni that they found at a garage sale. They see an uncluttered surface or carpet or an empty nook or cranny, and it whispers, come hither, erect the Matterhorn. Put this thing on top of that thing, then maybe crown it with a macaroni lamp. This will surely require another trip to the local thrift store or some more online shopping. This card reminds you that the acquisition of things is a short-term gratification. Objects, no matter how shiny, can't replace inner emptiness, real connections, or a gnawing lack of warm and fuzzy. When in doubt, throw it out. Decluttering and donating actively change and raise the energy of a room and do wonders for everyone's psyche. Some of our grandparents, suffering from privations of war, rationing, and poverty, hung on to the survival skills of frugality and practicality. Why buy new boots when the old ones can be fixed with tape? Milk bags were washed, saved, and reused to freeze beans or store nails. The beloved dead of things also ask if you're keeping alive a pattern of atavistic thrift, feeling guilty if you treat yourself once in a while. When things is a descriptor validating a loved one or as an energy, it's referring specifically to an object. You may have a memento or an inherited item that you keep close to your heart. A piece of jewelry, a figurine, rolling pin, or a photo. You might have been dusting, rifling through a drawer, or just holding this object. And then you get this card. It's your loved one's way of saying, it's me, I saw you, I share this moment with you. Often there are things that were given to you with heartfelt intentions, but remain in the closet or the basement because you haven't gotten around to putting them in place of prominence. Your loved one could be saying, Ahem, isn't it time you put that thing on the nightstand? And if it's for aesthetic reasons, you don't want it there, well, this will be a fun communication between the two of you. So you have to ask yourself, are you holding on to something that you do not need and you're hoarding that? Or are you holding on to something and you have it in a junk drawer and it's significant to a loved one and you need to put it somewhere in your home and have it like on an ancestor altar where you can be reminded of them and why they gave it to you? Ancestors, can we get some letters and names for the ancestors that want to come through for the collective that is collecting things that are just sitting around and they are not doing what they should be doing with those things? Thank you. I heard the name Mac. Ray. Oh no. Perry. Tara. Wanda. Willow. Razzie. Veronica. You Wanda with a U. Ashley. Rochelle. Nene with an N. Nana. Nona. Jana. Japa. William or Bill. Quentin. JR or Junior in their name. Peter. Paul. Neil. Violet. Virginia. Roger. Arthur. Penny. Somebody from Liberia? Liberia. Is that a country? Liberia? Somebody from Liberia is coming through. I think that's a country. Liberia? I don't know. Let me see. Liberia? Liberia. Yeah, somebody from Liberia is coming through. That's in Costa Rica, West Africa. Liberia. Okay. Nice. All right, so somebody from Liberia. All right, the next one is Arcana. She has a bat on her. Arcana. Let's see. All right, Arcana is, there are two kinds of truth. The truth we keep to ourselves and the truth we show others. Arcana is a very tight-lipped. She has secrets, confidences, and mysteries that she'll happily take to her grave. When you receive this card, there's a story, facts, or information being kept under lock and key, away from prying eyes and inquiring minds. It's also unknown whether or not the revelation of this content is for your highest good at this time, or in fact ever. Some things are just better left alone. You may also be working with a departed soul, so your loved ones, who may not be ready or doesn't wish to divulge their truth or all the facts surrounding a tragic event or situation. Remember that this departed one also has free will, and it's best to honor their choice and right to remain silent. If you're the seeker, oh my gosh, I'll stop it. Oh my goodness. Okay. If you are, where was I? If you're the seeker or keeper of secrets, Arcana asks how this resonates with you in the moment. Is something working its way up from your own unconscious or calling you into service through symbols, dreams, or synchronicity? Like we had in the channeled messages, the radio and the music. Is there a secret seeking expression in order to be resolved, processed, or healed? Or are you being invited to open an investigation that can unlock the past and bring cleansing, blessing, and peace to all concerned? The beloved dead of Arcana knows that although dead and buried, Arcana still has the power to haunt the living. This card, on occasion, can help you and your journey to unearth any hidden truth for the highest good. So, in your case, are you wondering about a person's secrets that's passed on and how they had passed? Or are you yourself holding secrets that you don't want someone to find out? So, only you know that. And so you have to figure out Are these secrets that are gonna harm you if they get out? Is there a reason why they're staying secret? Is it like we had for the perception? Is it to hide your true authentic self? Or is it just stuff about you that you're just not ready to reveal? So only you know that. All right, ancestors, please come through with names and initials for any ancestors for the collective, for Arcana, and who this resonates with. Please and thank you. Arcana for the collective. I heard Isabel. It's Lana. Oh my. Ingrid. Sia. Annabelle. Gia. George. Lizzie. Leslie. Cicely. Cecilia. Sissy. Cassie. Viola. Gertrude. Libby. Victor. Valentino. Sally. Kay. Elijah. Ezekiel. I heard Papa Gus. Then I heard Papa was a Rolling Stone. Letty. Gail. Sidge. Sidge. I don't know if that was a nickname. Sidge. Or Shug. Shug. Sidge. Shug. Okay. All right, the next one is Shine. That reminds me of the Star Tarot card for hero, or for healing, and all right, Shine. All right, Shine. Oh. Very beautiful. And it says, when this card validates a loved one or a person, you'll know them instantly by the bliss they engender. Warm and lighthearted, like a magpie. You're attracted to their inner bling. They're a beacon, a signal in the darkness that steers your back home, or even when needed, illuminates potential hazards. It's not that their life is any easier than others. In fact, sometimes it's the exact opposite. Rather, it's how this radiant soul remembers to love that gives them their shine. Understand that this soul is also a spirit magnet. While consciousness wouldn't want to bask in their bright aura. If you receive Shine, this oracle reminds you that your choices, thoughts, actions, and behaviors generate energy, which in turn creates a vibration, a frequency. One energy can seed another. For example, if your self-esteem is scraping the bottom of the barrel, that becomes ideal territory for a lower vibrational energy such as jealousy. This is all communicated in your luminous body or aura, which is energetic expression of your state of being. Simply put, when you feel good, you shine. Positive upward spiraling emotions are high vibrational. This includes love, self-love, joy, acceptance, happiness, serenity, peace, freedom, faith, objectivity, forgiveness, courage, patience, and all. Stormy, downward spiraling emotions are all low vibrational. They include anger, hatred, intolerance, overindulgence, grief, sorrow, guilt, shame, worry, depression, regret, resentment, revenge, blame, impatience, and irritability. All right. So, your loved ones want to know, where are you at on that scale of emotions? I know today I've been all over the place, so I've been up and down all day today. Let's see. Alright, so let's see. Alright, ancestors, what names and initials want to come through for Shine for the collective for this message? For our high vibrational collective, and even for those who want to be in the low vibration for right now. Because sometimes you gotta be and just let it purge and get out, and then go back to your high vibration. All right, so let's see. Let's see what wants to come out for our collective. All right. I heard Purdy. I heard Fannie Mae. I heard Belly. Hannah. Harlan. Beverly. Let's see. Dice. Friedman. Billy. Henny. Okay, I don't know why, but they want me to say cue ball. If anybody relates to somebody nicknamed cue ball, then please let me know, because it keeps coming out and I have not said it because I didn't think it was anything, but no, they said to say it now because it came out again. Parker. So if cue ball is somebody's ancestor's nickname, let me know. Rhonda. Auntie Eddie. Rakita. George. Guy. Roy. Tony. Big Boy. Kimmy. Kimbo. Demetrius. Derek. Dwayne. Dorita. Zach. And that should be it. All right, that's it. And Benny. And Benny. All right, the next one is leadership. Taking leadership. All right. Leadership. All right, leadership. Looks like an older feminine. All right, once upon a time in a small German town, there was a charismatic rat catcher in strange, colorful clothing who told the authorities for the 10 bags of gold, he could rid the town of their nasty rat infestation. Really? Questioned the old, powerful goats, scratching grizzled chins. They weren't convinced that it could be done, but they said, "Have at her," in German, of course, so off the rat catcher went, an odd fellow called the Pied Piper with flute in hand. On it, he played a tune that was evidently a rat chart topper, for they all came out of their holes and slopped buckets and followed the Pied Piper into the river. Done deal. However, the authorities reneged on their end of the bargain. The Pied Piper didn't get paid, and so retaliated by playing the pipe through the town again, this time leading away all of the children, never to be seen again. So what's the point of the story other than that they don't get to call these fairy tales grim for nothing? It's a useful metaphor to explain the dynamic between authority, leadership, and following. How many times has a controversial figure or celebrity mesmerized a town or nation, culminating in a debt or problems that are much worse than 10 bags of gold? How many times do those with authority make disastrous decisions or abuse their power in order to influence or command and enforce? And why can spectacles of insidious charisma romanticize wounding, megalomania, or false promises enchant anyone into thinking, behaving, or feeling, or acting in ways that are out of alignment in their higher instincts? When this card is validating an individual, ancestor, or experience, it resonates with skills, reputation, or acknowledgement in the area of leadership. A loved one stepping forward might have been a CEO, a mayor, or a proprietor of a small business with such strength of character that they are the pillar of the community. And that came through with the channeled messages. We got that they worked in the court, and then we got the business person that came through with the community. All right, so it says, the beloved debt of leadership says, respect is earned, it cannot be commanded. Anyone controlling by charisma or intimidation in order to cover up their own flaws is a Pied Piper or a tin-pot dictator. Great leaders mentor with integrity and kindness. They live like they lead. They set examples with their own appearance, comportment, and communication. They instill trust, confidence, empowering, and strategically set up others to succeed. All right. So, let's see what we got for that one. All right. So, ancestors, please come through with initials and names for leadership that the collective needs to hear. Please and thank you. Because you did come through for our channel messages. Alrighty. Doing that. Alrighty. Ursula. Anna. Mary. Mary Jane. Laura. Lena. Matthew. JR Jr. Marjorie. Wilma. Betty. Did I say that? Dorothy. Lorna. Jack. Ned. Neil. Red. Dexter. Allie. Amy. Otis. O'Neill. Wally. Newton. Wendy. Gazelle. Franny. All right, we're on to our last one for the ancestors, which is chicken. All right, chicken is, all right, he's dressed in a chicken suit. Okay, it says, when chicken enters, it does so with trepidation, head down, focused on pecking pellets in the sand. At chicken's core is a powerlessness, helplessness, and inability or reluctance to step out of a comfort zone. Why? Because there's always the fear of the fox in the hen house. This is a card of avoidance. Chicken deals with perceived threats by withdrawing, quitting, running away, or even combusting whatever reinforces feelings of inadequacy. The beloved dead of chicken knows how a painful lack of support and validation can force a young heart to adapt. It either grows stronger and develops warrior instincts, or fainter and chooses to don a feathered breastplate, the armor of the lily-livered. If you're unconsciously releasing this energetic pheromone into the universe, beware. It attracts the predators. Fear can be a healthy instinct, particularly when it's keeping you safe from the real crocodiles, but not if it's keeping you wired in by self-imposed doubts and limitations, scratching in the dirt instead of soaring with the eagles. Summon your inner sovereignty. Okay. So if you're putting fear out there into the universe, you do not want to be doing that. So make sure, if you're having fear of anything, you're working through those fears. So let's get the last initials for chicken. I heard baby, Brenda, Baxter, Arthur, Orlando, Patty, Darby, Dan, Ned, Greta, Patrice, Reese, Edward, Greta, Roland, Piper, Peter. Oh, I got confirmation. 555. Ben. Oh no. Daphne. Faye. Jericho. June. Roger, Rupert, and Reg. And we'll stop there for the ancestors. All right, so that's all for the ancestors, and then we'll get on with our read. All right, so that was something different. I haven't done that in a while, the ancestors read. All right, thank you, ancestors, for joining us. Appreciate you dearly. All right. All right, so now we'll get on with our read of who is in your energy. All right, who is in your energy is what we're going to do. All right, first we're going to get the energy. All right. What's the energy of the collective for this read? What's the energy of the collective for this read? What's the energy of who's in their energy? What's the energy? All right, we have number 14, Truth Be Told, and 24, Time for a Nap. All right, so Truth Be Told and Time for a Nap. So you may need to meditate to find the truth that you are searching for. All right, so that's the energy for right now of who is in your energy. And owls may be significant. Owls are very wise. Mask, you got to take the mask off to be your authentic self, to know the truth. Foxes are very sneaky but wise. All right, so that's our energy. And then also what flipped over, I'm going to put them back though. We got higher power. Mending, you may be mending a relationship with your family, friends, whoever. Yang energy, and that's number 1, 52 and 4, and then number 7, to the sea, moving to calmer waters. All right, so let's get to the read. All right, so time for a nap and truth be told. All right, that's our energy. All right. So, let's see. All right, tell me who's in the collective's energy right now? Who is in the collective's energy right now? Please and thank you. Who's in the collective's energy right now? Who would like to come out and say who's in the collective's energy right now? All right, we have an air sign that is in the collective's energy right now, which goes with our card, Truth Be Told, number 14. We have the Ace of Swords, which is the truth. The Ace of Swords is basically telling you you're going to hear the truth. So somebody's going to be unveiling a truth to you. So an air sign could be significant that is in your energy right now. So let's find out what this air sign wants. And it doesn't have to be an air sign, that's just the energy that they are in. So let's see what this truth is or what it is they want. All right. All right, what, can we clarify the Ace of Swords? Why are they in the collective's energy? Why are they in the collective's energy? Why Why are they in my collective's energy right now? Why are they in my collective's energy right now? Okay. Well, another air sign. And it is the Ten of Swords, which is a betrayal, an ending to a cycle. So they are in your energy because there was a betrayal and they want the truth to be known. So maybe they betrayed you and they want you to know the truth because, see, they're looking at you. You're sitting there looking at that. The bird flew out of the nest. So there was a betrayal. Over a third party. So I'll keep the Tower card out there. I'll put that as our crossing card because that's what happened. All right. So the person in your energy is in this air sign energy right now because they're wanting to come in to give you this Ace of Swords truth. They want to speak some truth to you. And they want to speak truth to you because somewhere down the line they caused an ending of a cycle. They caused a betrayal, and they caused a major tower moment to hit your life that was unnecessary, unneeded, and basically was just being reckless out of nowhere by being deceptive and disloyal to you with the third party. So, let's see. Now we're going to see what is their next actions. Okay, so what are their next physical actions that they plan on taking? What next physical actions do they plan on taking toward the A leader, someone who is stable again, considering that they put you through a tower and probably lost everything. They also see you as the Princess of Pentacles, someone who can get through anything and always has something new going on, new endeavors to make money. And then, but they also see you as deceptive toward them as well. Because it's saying for the Seven of Swords, deception can be reciprocal as well. So they're saying that they're seeing you as trying to have a get back for them being deceptive towards you. So they see you being deceptive toward them to get a get back. And then they also see you as the Nine of Swords. Somebody that is always in your head, which you could be. I mean, after going through something like this, so, or they're always in their head, or they still want to be all in their head, trying to be deceptive still toward you. Or they're going to always be in their head thinking you're going to be deceptive now, from now on, no matter how they come back at you. Because you're not going to trust them anymore. So they see you as stable, somebody that can always make money and find side hustles to make money. But then that either you or them's always going to be in the head and being deceptive. That's not good. All right. Can we clarify the Seven of Swords? Why do they feel like the collective's going to be deceptive? And we got the Sun card. Because you always get what you want and you're always shining bright. And they know that even when things are going bad for you, that you still get what you want. So they feel like you're, even if you get back at them, you may face karma for a minute, but then you're going to be shining again. So they feel like you don't even care, that you would just try it. Yeah, to get justice. All right, so what is the outcome? What is the favorable outcome that could happen here in this situation? What's the favorable outcome that could happen here in this situation with the collective and this individual? Justice. You're going to get justice no matter what. And this is with a King of Wands, so and you just have to use your intuition when they come in. To speak their truth, and you need to speak up. And let them know how you feel. And, you know, and how they made you feel. Because they had a third party invade in on your personal space and interrupt your personal relationship that you had going on, that you felt safe in, and you had no clue that anything was going on. And then when you found out this, it literally brought an entire, like, hurricane on suddenly, and then your entire world was interrupted and disrupted. So, not good. Well, let's see. Can I get some energy for this King of Wands? Give me some energy for this King of Wands. What's his energy? Wow, 3 of them came out. All right, so the King of Wands has unfinished symphony, of course. He has unfinished business with you. That's number 10, which is a ending of a cycle. Number 48, poised. He's trying to look like he's got it together, but he doesn't. And then number 9 is Treasure Island. He's looking at you like you're Treasure Island, because he is not. All right. So he's looking at you because you're successful, no matter if he's with you or not. You will always be abundant. So you're the King of Pentacles. He's coming out as the King of Wands. All right, let's see. What's the King of Pentacles? Collective energy. What's the collective's King of Pentacles energy? Okay, and collective, you have number 43 and 19. A deep knowing and flexible. That means you pretty much know everything. You get it from your ancestors, your downloads, and you're pretty much flexible and can bend and move in any situation that pops up. So even though they put you through this situation, you still were able to pop up out of it pretty quickly and not look like you've just been through hell and back. So, while on the other hand, they look like they just went through, you know, a daggone year's worth of sickness, when it really just lasted 3 weeks. And, you know, they don't handle things very well like you do. So, all right. Well, that wasn't too bad. I'm going to see if they're still with the third party. Is this King of Wands still with the third party? Is this King of Wands still with the third party? Is this King of Wands still with the third party? Judgment. They had an awakening. 2 of Swords. Up. Emperor. Swords. Let's see. No, they detached from the third party. But there's all kinds of conflicts now. Yeah, they ended it with the third party, but the third party is causing all kinds of conflicts with them now, which is their karma, because, you know, you want to be in a third party. So, you know, the universe is going to give you what you want, and they're going to make sure that everybody knows what you did, because you're going to get the craziest one ever. Wheel of Fortune. Your fate. All right, we're going to see who's in each of the signs' energy. All right, first we'll see which zodiac signs this one was for. The 80s could be significant because all 80 songs are popping up right now. Alright, so the zodiac signs for the reading we just did that are significant are zodiac signs for the reading we just finished are zodiac signs and houses for the reading we just completed of who's in their energy. Alright, zodiac signs and houses. We have house 6, which is Virgo. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. I don't know why I almost forgot that. House 9, which is Sagittarius. Air signs, we basically have all the signs. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. House 5 is Leo. And then house 1 is Aries. So basically all the signs, we got air, water, fire. And then 1, 5, 9, and 6. All right. So let me lay out the signs. remember, the light will always shine on what needs to come out of the dark. So if there's any secrets that need to come out, then they will be shined upon and they will come out of the dark eventually. So if this person is trying to wreck your project or anything that you have going on, then it will be shown and illuminated. So just be careful with any projects that you have going on and who it is that you're telling it to. All right. And it could be a Scorpio that's in your energy. Let me see. All right. Who's in Aries energy that causes this tower? Who's in Aries energy that causes this tower? Who's in Aries energy that causes this tower moment for them? Who's causing this tower moment for Aries? And who's causing this tower moment for Aries in regards to their project or endeavor? Who's causing this tower moment for Aries? Trying. Seven. Oh, it could be a Libra. Okay. Who's in Aries? Who's in Aries energy that's causing this tower moment for them? Oh. Vision, Trine, Mars, and Jupiter, and air. Okay, it's definitely an air sign. Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And they could have their Jupiter or Mars in air. But then we got Libra that came out, house 7. And they could have their trine or opposition in Libra. So that is who may be causing this tower moment for you, Aries. So just be careful and on the lookout for who you're discussing certain things with. All right. All right, so I'm going to get a advice for you. All right, so what's the advice for Aries? What's the advice for Aries for this? What's the advice for Aries? What's Aries' advice? Emotion. The Hierophant. Ask for guidance from someone you can trust. Yeah, from a kindred spirit. So make sure it's somebody you can trust, though. Not just anybody. All right. So that's yours, Aries. Now we're moving on to Taurus. All right. Let's get... Who's in Taurus energy? 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 Shit. All right, Taurus. You got quite a few. You got number 23 with gratitude. You got number 41 with sovereignty. You got number 20 with beauty. You got number 30 with purity. You got number 26 with surrender. And number 5 with growth. So you're all about growth, surrender, purity, beauty, sovereignty, and gratitude. So it sounds like you're having an awakening, Taurus. So just remember that. Drink lots of water, get your rest, eat healthy. All right, who's in Taurus energy right now? Who's in Taurus energy right now? Who's in Taurus energy right now? Who is in Taurus energy right now? And if you are going through an awakening right now, Taurus, you definitely need to protect your energy from others. Who is in Taurus energy right now? Who's in Taurus energy right now? All right, Taurus. We have okay, you have the divine stepping in. You're definitely going through an awakening right now. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, the divine has stepped in. Archangel Michael. And they are wanting you to work on your heart chakra and to keep clarity and to use your intuition. They want you to leave behind relationships that are no longer serving you, because they have a new love coming in that is going to be balancing you out and serving your highest good for this awakening that you're going through. It's going to be a nice balance and healthy. So you're definitely going through an awakening. So let's see who this King of Cups is. And they do not want you to be all up in your head about this. They don't want you to be even worrying about it. Because like they said, divine timing is at play. So don't worry about when it's coming in, who it's going to be, which right now we're going to try and find out a little about this person. All right, tell us about the King of Cups. Tell us more about the King of Cups. Tell us a little bit about the King of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. So it's somebody very loving, nurturing, stable. Could be an earth sign with water and earth in their chart. Okay. A hard worker. Wow. It's your wish fulfillment. Something you've been manifesting and wanting and working hard on. And they want you to be receptive to this too. So that's why they want you to go through all of this growth and this awakening, because they want you to be prepared. Growth, surrender, purity, beauty, sovereignty, and gratitude. You have to have gratitude, be sovereign, look at the beauty within, your purity, just surrender to the universe and divine timing, and just go through this awakening, this growth. Let it happen the way it should naturally. Don't try to force anything. And then this will come in for you. All right, so what is Taurus's advice for right now with this situation? What is Taurus's advice right now with this situation? What should Taurus be doing right now? What does the universe want Taurus to do right now? What does the universe want Taurus to do right now as their advice? And you have the Two of Wands. It just says to execute your adventure together. And look, you got the Queen of Cups at the bottom. You guys are a match made in heaven. And the Three of Wands on the bottom too. So execute a plan together and expand together. But right now they just want you in hermit mode. They don't want you around a lot of people. They just want you to focus on your growth and healing and opening your heart chakra, healing any wounds you may have, any insecurities, because when this comes in, they don't want you having any baggage carrying onto this new relationship. All right, now we are on to Gemini. 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 All right. Oh, let me get what houses or zodiac is for Taurus. What was the houses or zodiac for Taurus? What's the house or zodiac for Taurus? For who's in their energy? What's the house or zodiac for who's in Taurus energy? Who's in Taurus energy? What's the zodiac or house? The cardinal signs. Oh, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Anybody else? Nope, that's it. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn for Taurus. So it can be any of those signs for your reading to look out for. All right, now we're on to Gemini. All right, Gemini. Who's in Gemini's energy? Tell me what Gemini's energy is. What's Gemini's energy? What's Gemini's energy? Jesus. All right, Gemini. You have number 31, faith. Number 6, self-love. Number 25, resistance. Number 32, trust. Number 12, boundaries. And number 13, will. All right, so you may be going through an awakening as well. So right now you need to put faith in the universe, have self-love toward yourself, stop resisting. So you need to surrender as well, trust in the universe and what's going on, place boundaries where you need to place them, and just willfully go along with what the universe is showing you. All right, Gemini? All right, so let's see. All right, who's in Gemini's energy? Who's in Gemini's energy? Damn. Gemini, your energy is chaotic. All right, you have the Three of Swords, Gemini. You have an air sign in your energy, or somebody is in the energy. So who caused you a heartache or heartbreak? Who broke your heart, Gemini? Or whose heart did you break? Let's see. I'm not keeping all these, but I'll read them. Okay, Princess of Swords. So spying. We got that in the channel messages. We did get that in the channel messages. Somebody was spying, looking for evidence. They didn't want to get heartbroken. Okay, spying. Fear. Okay. Wow. This is a lot. Okay. So Gemini, either this is you and your energy, or this is what you have caused to somebody else. But it's a lot. So here we go. Okay. So there has been heartbreak already caused. So there's this spying energy. Somebody is spying in secret. They're being irrational because they're all up in their head. They're in fear. They're working hard, making plans in regards to a water sign, a Queen of Cups, a motherly energy. Someone that's pregnant. Someone who they've known for a long time and they thought they were going to grow with and expand with, but they now have doubts. And they think she is cheating, and it's putting them in this wounded warrior, 9 of Wands energy. So now they have all these doubts and fears, and they're spying. So like I said, put it wherever it goes. Either Gemini, you guys are doing this on a Queen of Cups, or Gemini, you guys are this Queen of Cups energy. So either way, somebody got heartbroken, and now you're spying because you don't want to get heartbroken again. And this could be a new relationship that just started, and you're having all these fears and doubts where you shouldn't, because they're telling you to have self-love and to stop resisting. And yes, they're telling you to put up boundaries, but by having faith, you need to have faith in the relationship too. Like, you can't accuse somebody. Yeah, look at things at a new perspective. Like I said, you can't carry baggage from another relationship over to this one. Yeah, embrace things with peaceful resolutions. 6 of Swords, you got to move to calmer waters. All right, what's the advice for Gemini in this situation? What's the advice here for Gemini in this situation? What's the advice? What's the advice for Gemini in this situation? What's the advice for Gemini? Judgment. All right. And justice is on the bottom. Let's see. All right, let's see. Clarify judgment. The Six of Wands. Eight of Cups, walking away and learning the truth from a new perspective.
My daughter and I were going through old pictures, and I honestly can't even recognize myself.
I mean, our bodies change, especially for women. And it's not always something you can just diet your way out of. That's why I recommended my mom try TrimRx.
Through TrimRx, I was connected with a licensed provider to see if the GLP-1 treatment was right for me. Then I got a plan made for my body.
You could be seeing 10-10.
Straightforward and affordable. As of now, I've lost 20 pounds, and I haven't felt this confident for as long as I can remember. The food noise is gone, and I'm back on track. If you are thinking about TrimRx, I genuinely recommend going for it. Your weight loss goals are closer than you think.
Well, it says that you're going to come out successful here with judgment. But the thing is, yeah, it's all about self-love, like it said up there. You have to give yourself self-love. But the thing is, it's not saying anybody actually cheated. It's saying that, because when I was reading through the cards, it's saying that you're going to walk away, walk away to find the truth, looking at it from a new perspective, because you're this King of Wands, because you're spying on a Queen of Cups, and they want you to open your heart, follow your heart, and they're saying safeguard it, but still be a free spirit. And they're saying to put an ending to all these like traumas you have, because it's affecting this relationship. Like, you have to stop all this. Like, you need to go into hermit mode, like away from this for a while, so that you can like go in and heal like whatever's going on, and then the wheel of fortune will be in your favor. You know, once you go through this transformation, you guys can end all this crap and get back together, because right now, with the way your mind is, like, this is just going to cause conflict where there shouldn't be any, because this Queen of Cups, she's also coming out as the Queen of Pentacles, which is very nurturing and loving. She's not coming out as anything else, and you're coming out as the King of Cups. So you're her match. You're coming out as the King of Wands right now when you're in all this energy, but you're her partner. Once you heal, you'll be the King of Cups. So you need to get out of this devilish energy so that you can be in a relationship with her. Because right now, you're not showing yourself any love, and you're not showing her any love. You're just in a lot of like mental, there's so much swords right here going on. And like you're betraying yourself. You don't even trust yourself at this point. Like, you're not sure what's going on. So, I mean, there's going to be judgment, but it's actually going to be on yourself, because you're causing yourself heartache. So, all right. What houses and zodiacs for Gemini in this read? What zodiac house is for this read? Yeah, you're in your south node, Gemini. You need to come out of your south node. And you're in your Libra south node. And Leo and Gemini. Leo, Gemini, and south node of Libra, which is basically a Libra in reverse. So you need to get out of that. Definitely. All right, we are on to Cancer. All right, Cancer. All right, Cancer, let's get your energy. Cancer energy. What's Cancer's energy? What's Cancer's energy? What is Cancer's energy? What is Cancer's energy? Cancer, you have number 43, the unexpected, which shows two people together looking into a portal. So number 43 could be significant, and then you having a partner looking at something could be significant. So something unexpectedly could happen. So let's see. Give me Cancer's energy. Who's in Cancer's energy right now? And what do they want? Who is in Cancer's energy right now and what do they want? Who's in Cancer's energy right now? Who is in Cancer's energy right now? And the color blue could be significant. All right, we have a King of Wands and the 10 of Swords. So Cancer, you have a King of Wands in your energy, and they are causing a betrayal and ending to you right now. So let's find out why. Who is this King of Wands and what is this betrayal about in Cancer's energy? Who is this King of Wands to Cancer? Who is this King of Wands to Cancer? Who are they to Cancer? Who's this King of Wands to Cancer? Who is this King of Wands to Cancer? Who is the King of Wands to Cancer? Oh. Well, the King of Wands is the Lovers and the Empress. Cancer. Okay. The Lovers and the Empress. That is who is in your energy, and that is who caused a painful cycle to close and a betrayal. So, what is this ending or betrayal that this Empress caused for Cancer? What is this ending or betrayal that oh, Cancer. Oh boy. Alright. Oh, shit. Oh, Cancer. Okay. Alright. Well. Okay, Cancer. So, Cancer, this Empress, this lover, okay, you feel that this is somebody that betrayed you because you feel that they spoke up and they spoke some kind of truth, and that they left your home to start a new journey in their own home, to start their own legacy with their own family, and to start their own seeds of love, give their own cup of love, their own beginning, and to manifest a new life for them. So, and then I was laughing because the King of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the World card was there. So you're watching them online be successful, speaking the truth of some sort on their journey, for their legacy, receiving love, manifesting their dreams, basically. And you're upset about it and you feel like it's a betrayal to you. So, and I guess you feel like they're going toward a King of Cups, which is their wish fulfillment, or they are in a relationship with a King of Cups. And you feel like you want to start conflict with them for this. Why? Because you felt like you worked on the relationship for a long time and then they left you. They left you hanging. And you don't like your other options that you have. Okay. Well, let's get some advice for you, Cancer. Alright, what is Cancer's advice for this situation? What's Cancer's advice? We do have the unexpected, so let's see. What's Cancer's advice for this situation? What's Cancer's advice for this situation? What should Cancer do in this situation? For one, you should stop watching them online if you're not happy with what they're doing, or it makes you feel some certain way. Alright, your advice is to stop being deceptive. Stop deceiving yourself, because that's just going to make things worse. Yeah, and stop having conflicts with yourself too. Alright, so what else should Cancer do in this situation? How should they resolve this? Alright, plan. Alright, it's saying to get out of your comfort zone and make plans for yourself, for an adventure of your own. Stop watching them and do the same thing they're doing. Not copy their work, but get out and have your own stuff going on. Because if you're busy doing your own stuff, then you don't have time to sit there and spy on them online, and then that way you'll have your own projects going on that you're going to be successful on, and you won't know what's going on or who they're going to be entertaining, and you'll be entertaining your own things in your life. All right, so let's get the zodiac signs for Cancer. All right, zodiac signs for Cancer. Zodiac signs for the Cancer read. 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 We got Leo. Zodiac signs for the Cancer read. No shit. Could have a conjunction in Jupiter and Leo. Scorpio. Could have Mercury and Scorpio. And Pisces. Could have Neptune and Pisces. Alright, so that's the zodiacs for Cancer. Now we're moving on to Leo. So who's in Leo's energy? Alright. What's Leo's energy? What's Leo's energy? Strong. Alright, you got 10 and 1, which is 11. Discernment in the void. So Leo, use your discernment with anything that you can't see or you're feeling you can't trust. Because you have an ending and a beginning here. So use your discernment on things. On anything. Alright, let's see who's in your energy. Who's in Leo's energy? Who's in Leo's energy right now? Leo, you have... Okay, you have a younger male in your energy who is trying to manifest coming together for a relationship, for something steady with you, stable, to plant the seeds for eventually getting married or long term. This could be an earth sign. Yeah, they want to have a relationship with you. Leo. All right, let's see. Who's this Prince of Pentacles? Clarify, Prince of Pentacles. Prince of Pentacles. Please and thank you. Five of Wands. Could be a earth, fire sign. Fire and earth. Clarify the Five of Wands. Clarify the Five of Wands. Four of Swords. 4, 5. Divine timing's at play. Ace of Cups. This would be Justice and the Ace of Cups. And the Ten of Cups for you two to get together. And you guys are showing up as the Empress and Emperor. Wow. Okay. And blessings. Oh my. All right. So right now, they are meditating and getting rest and trying to get out of conflict in their head to figure out how to come forward to make themselves known, to ask you out. So let's see, Leo. What's their next action toward Leo? The Wheel of Fortune. All right, they're not going to tell us. We have to wait for divine timing. All right. So, it's telling you to use discernment. So, you know, anytime that you have divine timing at play and God sends you somebody, you know the devil always sends somebody in first. So, use your discernment. All right, so what is Leo's advice here? What is Leo's advice for this situation? The Five of Pentacles. The door's always open. You don't have to stay in isolation. But, like I said, use your discernment because you have this commitment coming in. The Hierophant and the Two of Swords. So, just be careful of who's crossing your path, because you will find out the truth, and you don't want heartbreak before your real one comes in. Your Ten of Cups and the Sun. All right, Leo, that was a good one. Let's find out the zodiac signs for this one. All right. All right, zodiac signs for Leo. Who's in Leo's energy? Who's in Leo's energy? Who's in Leo's energy? So Leo, right now, you may be struggling for things and putting in a lot of hard work. It's because you're going through a Saturn return, and that's about lessons. So just get through it. Who's in Leo's energy? All right, you got House 11, Aquarius. And you got the fixed signs. Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, and Taurus. Any more? No. And you got Gemini. Oh, Gemini's in their south node still. So that's the one you want to discern on, is Gemini and their south node. You do not want Gemini in their south node. So you can do House 11, Aquarius. And any of the upright fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, and Taurus. All right. So that's who you have. So now we're on Virgo. All right, Virgo. Who's in Virgo, or what is Virgo's energy? What's Virgo's energy? What's Virgo's energy? What is Virgo's energy? Virgo, you got number 22. That's a master number and it's wisdom. So Virgo, you're learning some wisdom. Let's see who's in your energy. Who's in Virgo's energy right now? Who is in Virgo's energy right now? Oh, we got the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Swords. You have blessings in your energy right now. All right. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Swords. So you have divine timing actually in your energy right now. So the wheel has turned, and with the master number, it has turned in your favor. So whatever lessons you have been through, you have learned those lessons, you have passed them. And right now you're just sitting back and letting karma, or I should say dharma, play out. You have the sun illuminating you right now. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes. You have closed out cycles after cycle. The world, yes. All right, let's find out. What's this Wheel of Fortune about with Virgo? What's this Wheel of Fortune about with Virgo? You have kicked the devil to the curb with judgment. And you have put up boundaries where you have needed to put them. Like I said, you have passed all your lessons. You have gotten rid of everything toxic that you have needed to get rid of. Yes, and now you're getting your Two of Cups. Your choice in love, if you want love. Remember, the Two of Cups is a choice. And so please do not be in your head about this, because it is your time, Virgo. Your time has come. This is your justice. This is your glory. You're celebrating. Definitely. Clarify the Two of Cups for Virgo. What's this Two of Cups for Virgo? What's this Two of Cups for Virgo? Oh, the King of Cups. Virgo, King of Cups. Either that's you or you got a King of Cups coming in. And the Ten of Cups. Okay. Clarify the King of Cups. Clarify this King of Cups, please, for Virgo. Clarify the King of Cups for Virgo. Clarify the King of Cups for Virgo. All right, Virgo. They're definitely going to cause a tower moment in your life, but it's going to be a very, very positive tower moment that you're going to love. All right, and this King of Cups sees you as the Queen of Wands. They see you as somebody very beautiful. And you're coming up out of isolation. You're no longer going to be in hermit mode, which is your energy. You guys are the lovers. And they are going to be giving you this big old Ace of Pentacles. So you're going to be getting a monetary something of value as well when they come. All right, so let's see. Yeah, you guys are going to build a solid foundation together. All right, so let's see. What's your advice? What's Virgo's advice with this? What's Virgo's advice? What's Virgo's advice with this? What is Virgo's advice? What's Virgo's advice with this? All right, Virgo. They want you to be in this Page of Cups energy, which is to be a free spirit, keep your heart chakra open and alive, but they also want you to be in this King of Swords energy, which is not cold-hearted. They just want you to speak up about what you want. So if you want this love offer, you need to speak up for it, or you will miss out. And you don't want to miss out on this because it's your time to shine. It's your time to receive what is due to you from the universe. All right, let's get some zodiac signs for Virgo, because that was beautiful. All right. All right, Virgo, zodiac signs and houses for Virgo's reading. Zodiac signs and houses for Virgo. Zodiac signs and houses for Virgo. Virgo, it may seem like you're hitting a mountain right now and having challenges, but like I said, you passed all your tests, so don't worry about it. Just keep going. All right. You got House 9, Sagittarius, Aries, water signs. Why am I forgetting the water signs tonight? Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And like I said, it may seem like you're having some blockages, but you're not. All right. So water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, and Sagittarius. That is who you're dealing with, Virgo. All right. Remember, you got the master number 22, Virgo, so you're learning some things. Now we're on Libra. All right, for the Libras, who's in your energy, Libra? Who's in Libra's energy? What's Libra's energy? What's Libra's energy? All right, Libra. Oh my, okay. We have number 44, which is another master number with attraction. And then we got number 42 with the masculine, but it was inverted, upside down. So we have attraction and masculine. So is there not an attraction to this masculine? That's what I'm feeling like. So you have this masculine that's in, there's not an attraction going on of some sorts, or something's going on here. All right, let's see what's going on. Libra, what the hell? Oh boy. Well, let's see what's going on with Libra. Who's in Libra's energy right now? So I'm curious now as to what's going on with that. What the, and why? All right, who's in Libra's energy? Who's in Libra's energy? Who's in Libra's energy? Who's in Libra's energy? Who is in Libra's energy? Who's in Libra's energy? Well, Libra, you have, let's see. You have a Scorpio. fire signs, fire, water in your energy. You have a tower moment going on right now with an opportunity to expand and to grow out of your comfort zone. Okay, so you're in a Nine of Pentacles single energy right now. You have a masculine in your energy, and you have the attraction card with the masculine inverted. You're being in this Queen of Swords energy right now to this masculine. Why? If you're single, why? Are you in an illusion about something? Like what? Did they do something? What's going on with this masculine that you're not? And you're walking away. Why? Why are you walking away? I'm so confused. Okay. You have your healing from some burdens. You're healing from some burdens that were placed on you. But you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles. But you decided to walk away. What in the world? To be a free spirit in this single energy? What? Why? If the universe sent you somebody, why are you deciding to be a free? You definitely are under an illusion for something. So let's find out what. Okay. What? What is the moon about? What's this Queen of Swords and the moon about for Libra? What's this Queen of Swords and the moon about for Libra? What are they in an illusion about? What's going on? The sun. What? The sun and the moon. Your yin and yang. This is your yin and yang. This is your person, Libra. What are you doing? They had to do something then to you. What is going on? Libra. This is your yin and yang. The Wheel of Fortune is here in your favor. They sent them to you and you're being rude to them and you're deciding to stay single and free-spirited. Why? The tower has fallen. When the tower hits like that, you literally have like a couple days before the cycle's gonna close and this is gonna disappear. And then this is gonna go bye-bye. So, okay, what's going on with this masculine inverted and this attraction card? What's going on with this masculine inverted? Why has Libra got the attraction card and the masculine inverted? Okay. Justice. Again, the Wheel of Fortune and Justice. This was supposed to be a passionate new beginning. What in the world? Come on, Libra. What is going on here? And they're here to balance you out with Archangel Michael. Did they break your heart with something? Clarify the Prince of Wands. Clarify the Prince of Wands. What is the Prince of Wands about? Two of Wands. This is called, it's a past life soulmate. They see you as the Empress and the Ace of Wands. They're in a King of Wands. Okay, hold on. Heartbreak's coming out again. Hold on. There might have been a third party. Okay. Let me clarify. Clarify this Three of Cups. Was this masculine and a Three of Cups? Clarify Three of Cups. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, you had to defend yourself. They were in devil energy. And you had to move to a more peaceful solution. I still want to see. Provide Three of Cups. Provide Three of Cups. Provide Three of Cups. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Cups. Could be saving 777. Oh, okay. So there was a third party, so I see what it was. Okay. So apparently they I don't think like they cheated on you. I think they just there was deception, and the fact that they had offered their cup of love to another offer and not to you, and this broke your heart. And that's where the betrayal lies. And so they actually planted their seeds elsewhere. They didn't choose you. And yes, this is a past life soulmate. This is somebody you are supposed to be with. This is your match, your yin, your yang. Okay, so a tower moment did hit. So I guess that's why you put up boundaries, why you decided to stay single, and why you're not finding them attractive like you should because of what they did. Okay, so let's find out your advice then, because the universe, the Wheel of Fortune came out twice. They still want you two to come together. So let's see what the universe has advice for you to do then, because if they're still in this relationship, that's karma if you mess with them. So let's see what they want. Let me find out if they're still with this person. Is the masculine still with this third party? Is the masculine still with this third party relationship? Is the masculine still with this third party? Messages. Eight of Cups. No, they walked away from the third party. They were not happy with the choice they made, and they are trying to send you a message. They see you as the lover, and they are in regret and conflict about the choices that they made. And they are working hard to get back to you. All right, so let's see what your advice is now then. What is Libra's advice then on this? What is Libra's advice then on this situation? What's Libra's advice on this situation? It says, fear not the unknown at the crossing. The Two of Swords, which is you have two paths. You can either stay on your single path or take the path that the Wheel of Fortune is having you go. He's coming out as the Emperor. It's telling you to look at it from a new perspective. You know, you can stay single if you want, but communication is going to be coming in. Just speak your truth. You know, all those other options he realized was an illusion. And you guys are supposed to come together. And they put an end to this juggling. And they now know that you are the wish fulfillment. So basically just allow them to come in, communicate what their truth is. Use your discernment. If you feel like they're not being honest, then, you know, then let them just keep moving on their way. If you feel like they are being honest, then, you know, things happen. You know, people get confused as well. So, mistakes happen. Alright, let's go on to the zodiacs. What's the zodiac signs for Libra? Zodiac signs for Libra. Fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sag. Alright, air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And that could be a trine for the air signs. And then Mars. So definitely this is a Mars moment. So a man that you're dealing with. And the man is in his Chiron moment, which is he has healing to do. So he might have some wounds that he's working through, like mother or father wounds that he's dealing with, traumas. And that could be part of it. So, you know. All right, Scorpio. What's Scorpio's energy? Scorpio's energy. Scorpio, you got number 38 with abundance. Oh, you have abundance, Scorpio. All right, who is in Scorpio's energy? Who's in Scorpio's energy? Scorpio, you have a Queen of Is this a love situation or work situation? Because you have abundance right there. Queen of Pentacles. It's definitely a work situation. It's going to make you happy though. Definitely. It's going to bring in more money. Yeah. It's a work situation. And you're going to love it. It's something you've been manifesting. Alright. So it's a partner. Somebody is going to partner up with you for a work situation. Alright, so what is Scorpio's advice for this situation? What is Scorpio's advice for this situation? What's Scorpio's advice for this situation? Hey Ginger, what's Scorpio's advice for this situation? Scorpio, your advice is use your intuition, and Two of Cups is a kindred spirit, your option. And it's something you're going to be compassionate about. Definitely. Yeah, it's a blessing coming in. So definitely. Alright, Scorpio. That was a good one. Abundance. Alright, let's see what zodiac signs come up with you. Alright. Zodiac signs for Scorpio's read. Zodiac signs for Scorpio's read. Zodiac signs for Scorpio's read. You got Capricorn, Leo, and then Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, and Taurus. So Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, Taurus, Leo, and Capricorn. Which, you know, Capricorn's all about the work and money. Alright, Scorpio, we are on Sagittarius now. Alright, Sagittarius. Who's in Sagittarius energy? What is Sagittarius energy? What is Sagittarius energy? What's Sagittarius energy? Alright, Saggy, you got number 15 with action. So some kind of action or take action. So let's see. Alright, who's in Sagittarius energy? Who is in Sagittarius energy right now? Who's in Sagittarius energy right now? Three of Wands, it could be a fire sign. Could be a King of Pentacles, earth sign. Clarify the Three of Wands, who's in Sagittarius energy. Let me see. That's the Sun in Aries. It could be a Leo. Clarify the Three of Wands for Sagittarius. Clarify the Three of Wands for Sagittarius of who's in their energy. Somebody that wants to grow and expand with you. Alright, we got the Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Lots of Leo signs. Strength. Two of Swords. The World. And Seven of Pentacles. So somebody wants to plant seeds with you. Travel around the world. Have you choose their path or cross their path. Have strength to make them your blessing and to expand with. And the Tower at the bottom. The Chariot. Oh, wow. Who is this? Sagittarius. What's going on? Alright, so let's see. So somebody wants to cross your path and they want you to choose them as your wish fulfillment and to expand your family with, and to travel with. Okay. Clarify who this is in Sagittarius energy. Clarify who this is in Sagittarius's energy. Who is this in Sagittarius's energy, please? That's why you have the action card. Somebody needs to take action. Who's this in Sagittarius's energy, please? Who's this in Sagittarius's energy that needs to take action? Who's this in Sagittarius's energy that needs to take action? Who is this in Sagittarius's energy that needs to take action? The King of Swords, Ten of Wands. So, somebody that has a lot of responsibilities, the King of Swords, they need to just drop the burdens and come forward and speak their truth and say how they truly feel about you, Sagittarius. Or flip it and switch it of who's who. The King of Swords is you. Yeah, and we got the Queen of Swords. Yeah. So somebody needs to speak their truth and come forward. And they see you as the Queen of Wands. Somebody that's beautiful. Somebody's in isolation right now, hermiting. But, yeah. So what's the advice for Sagittarius right now on this? What's the advice? What's the advice for Sagittarius? What is the advice for Sagittarius? To celebrate. Stop being in this illusion and celebrate. Speak up. Put an end to this conflict. Speak. And then celebrate how far you've come and your healing. Yeah. Alright. Let's see what zodiac signs come out for Sag. zodiac signs for Sag. Zodiac signs for Sagittarius reading. 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 Pluto was in reverse for transforming, so something's not transforming, but conjunction was upright for a union merging and coming together. Mercury, that is communication. Somebody needs to speak so that something can transform correctly the way it should. All right, we got Taurus. Somebody could have a Neptune in Taurus. Somebody is in their Chiron. They're hurt and they need to heal. And that could be a Taurus, Aries, Scorpio, or Aquarius. Scorpio, Gemini. You need to move to your North Node. And Aquarius. Aquarius, you need to get in your North Node. Sagittarius, you too. You need to get out of that Chiron. You need to heal all that stuff. Move to your North Node. All right, now we're on Capricorn. Capricorn energy. Give me Capricorn's energy. Capricorn, number 18 with pleasure. All right, pleasure. Let's see what's going on with that. What's up with Capricorn? Who's in their energy? Wow. All right, Capricorn, you have... Okay. Okay, you may be having a celebration. Somebody may be having a baby girl soon in a home, coming home to a home. So a baby girl may be coming home soon, and that may be a celebration. So a beautiful baby girl, celebrating a baby girl, bringing her home to her new home. So let's see. Tell me more about this. Could be an earth sign baby girl. Tell me more about this Princess of Pentacles. Coming home for the first time. Tell me about the celebration of this Princess of Pentacles. Tell me about this Princess of Pentacles coming home for the first time. Yes. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. And it's going to be fast. Oh, definitely fast momentum. It's going to come quicker, more quickly than expected. Oh, the sun is illuminating. It's going to be a cheerful moment for everybody. They could have a sun in Leo. Oh, nice. All right. Well, there's really not a bad moment here that you need advice for, but what advice do we need for Capricorn for this moment? What advice for Capricorn for this moment? How can Capricorn, the Hierophant? So if you need some advice on bringing a baby home for the first time, ask someone that's been there and done that. But ask someone that is knowledgeable. It has guidance that can give you the right information. All right. And just remember that your money will be affected. So the King of Pentacles. And you may feel burdened, but you know, it's all worth it when you got the baby. Oh. All right. All right, let's see if we can get some zodiac signs on this baby girl. All right. And that baby will definitely be pleasure to have in the home. 18th. I wonder if the baby was born on the 18th. What's today? The 20th? Wonder if the baby was born on the 18th. Alright. Zodiac signs for Capricorn. What's the zodiac sign of this baby girl that was born? What's the zodiac sign of this baby girl that was born for Capricorn? Zodiac sign of this baby girl that was born. Jupiter and Mercury. So communication, growth, and expansion. Venus. Venus is Libra and Taurus. My goodness. Lots of planets around this baby. So there's going to be lots of motion. House 4. Cancer. Cancer, Libra, and Taurus. Any more? Cancer, Libra, and Taurus. All right. And then we actually got Libra out here. And then Sagittarius. All right. So Sagittarius, Libra, Cancer, Libra, Taurus, and then lots of planets around this child. Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, and Mercury. So it's going to be a very blessed child. And the number 18 is significant to the child, the baby girl. All right. Aquarius, we are on to you, Aquarius. What's Aquarius energy? Aquarius energy. Aquarius energy. We got number 19 with balance. Aquarius, you're going to be balanced out with the Libra scales. Who's in Aquarius energy? Let's see. All right, you have the Fool, Two of Wands, planning, Six of Pentacles, being grateful for what you give and receive. Seven of Wands, placing boundaries where you need them. Seven of Swords, against people that are deceptive. Three of Wands, expanding, seeing the bigger picture. And then the Page of Cups, following your heart's desires, being a free spirit with this Cup of Love, keeping your heart chakra open. All right, so let's see, the Fool is air. So you have an air sign in your energy or a fire sign. Yes, air or fire or water. Air, fire, or water is in your sign, Aquarius, but you are air. So a new beginning, to partner up with someone and to show gratitude because you've learned how to defend yourself, place boundaries against people that are deceptive, And you're now looking beyond the horizons and how to keep your heart chakra open and being this free spirit. Okay. So, and you've closed out a cycle. All right. So, clarify the Fool for Aquarius. Clarify the Fool for Aquarius. The Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So it could be a work situation that is going to balance you out. Definitely. You're going to be able to save more money, have more money in your bank account. You're going to be working with a team. Let's see. Yeah, you have the Emperor on the bottom. You're going to come out of this lack mentality. And you're going to be the boss. Okay. All right, so what's the advice for Aquarius? What's the advice for Aquarius? What's the advice for Aquarius in this situation? All right. Like I said, you're going to be able to save money because you're going to have more money than you did. You're not going to have any more conflicts to worry about, like with bills. You're going to be balanced out. And it's going to put you in this Queen of Pentacles energy. You're going to be more nurturing and have more money to put self-care into yourself. Yeah, you're going to be single, sexy, and independent and abundant. Yeah, it's going to bring a tower moment to you, but it's a good one. All right. So tonight we've seen lots of abundance and lots of Wheel of Fortunes and love going on. All right, let's get some zodiac signs for Aquarius. Zodiac signs for Aquarius read. Zodiac signs for Aquarius read. Alright, you have Chiron and Leo. So you are learning lessons in your 5th house, which is Leo. You're healing and learning how to be more in your true authentic self, healing your inner child, learning how to play more, be more passionate. All right, any more for Aquarius read? Venus, Libra, and Taurus. Is there more? No. Any more for Aquarius? And Aries, that's your Emperor energy right there. All right. Moving on to the last house, Pisces. All right, Pisces energy, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. It's Pisces energy for tonight. We got number 2 and number 35, change and beginnings. Gotta have change for there to be a new beginning. All right. So let's see who's in your energy. Who's in Pisces energy right now? Who's in Pisces energy right now? Who's in Pisces energy right now? Pisces. For the 5 of Wands. Oh. Well, you're definitely walking away from conflict. So you're definitely making changes for the new beginning. So, who's in their energy? Who's in Pisces energy? Who's in their energy? Okay, you have an air sign in your energy. It could be an air sign, fire sign, or water sign. You have judgment and the truth coming out. Or going through an awakening and you're speaking your truth. Or during this awakening, you're learning what the truth has been all this time. And you're walking away from conflict to make room for these new beginnings. Clarify judgment in the Ace of Swords. Clarify judgment in the Ace of Swords. Okay, you're learning the truth about this partnership you had who was a lover, who you had manifested. So you're learning the truth about them? Why? You're learning the truth about how they went outside your relationship or expanded, went out the comfort zone to create this legacy and a commitment to gratitude. Okay, well, this is nothing bad. No, it's nothing bad. Alright, so you're going through an awakening right now. You're learning how to speak your truth and to manifest the things that you want. You're wanting a lover's, a partner that you can expand with and create legacy, long-term growth with, to plant the seeds and to make a commitment with that will pay off. Someone who knows how to give gratitude, show gratitude, that you both can create abundance with, someone you can collaborate with successfully, and someone who also speaks the truth back. So it's nothing bad at all. It's actually good. And that will be your justice to get that. And you're all up in your head about this, but you're the Empress, and you can make this come to fruition, this King of Cups that you are hoping and having strength to run into. As your option in love to make it happen. Yeah. All right, so what is Pisces' advice for this? What's Pisces' advice for this new beginning? What's Pisces' advice for this new beginning to happen? Nothing. They just want you to hold still, be the Empress, and let things come to you. Hold it back. You don't have to do anything. Let the universe bring it to you. You've done closed out cycles. You've done everything you're supposed to. So let the universe work for you now. All right. So let's get zodiac signs for Pisces. Zodiac signs for Pisces. Zodiac signs for Pisces. New beginning. Zodiac signs for Pisces. New beginning. We have Neptune can be in any of these fixed signs: Aries, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Cancer. Any more zodiac signs for Pisces in their new beginning? Libra. And any more? Nope, that's it. All right, so Pisces, that was your reading. You got the fixed signs. Taurus, Aries, Scorpio, Aquarius. Your Neptune can be in any of those. Cancer and Libra. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you enjoyed the ancestor reading at the beginning. I don't always get messages from the ancestors, but today and yesterday I was getting all kinds of them, so I had to get that out. And then they wanted to get the worldly messages out about the Mother Gaia and the food and water shortages and the things going on. So hopefully you guys take that serious. And then I will be back on tomorrow in the afternoon or early evening. I'll probably do a weekly reading. I'm not sure. We'll see. All right. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.